thought I'd do this little video just to try and put a little bit of optimism behind people considering what happened yesterday. All right. Of course, we had a little bit of information about taxes and what have you, but to be honest with you, yeah, that was effectively the catalyst. But we need to look at the bigger picture of what's been going on. All right. Ethereum's been rising non-stop. Then what took a whole week effectively finished in one session. All right, recovered the whole thing in one session, but she only came back to a zone that she was previously at. She formed the base at the psychological low, right there. All right, you can see that for yourself. The psychological high is right there, and the psychological low is down here. All right, nowhere near it, to be frank. She's closer to the psychological high, which gives me the belief that they do still favor higher prices. Now look, this drop in price is a fast move, and we know it's a false move. All right, this is the true trend. Slow trend is the true trend. Could you imagine what would happen, right, if a bear market was to start simply from this drop? Do you understand how much money would need to leave the marketplace to keep this price going continuously down? That's why it happened so fast, and it's only really covered a small amount of area, small area, should I say. I mean, look, from the high down to the low. All right, Ethereum, what, 5,480 pips? What it takes 1 week to achieve, it achieved in one day. In other words, they are operating within parameters that are not alien to them. All right, if this drop was to continuously go to the downside, keep dropping and dropping all the way down to hypothetically say $1,500, that would be a cause for concern. Why? Because it's out of its existing range. Look, this is the maximum that it can achieve in a week. All right. So an average daily range, okay, is when on a day-to-day basis, from start of the session to the end of the next session, from the start of this first session towards the start of the next session, right? The ADR is the journey that price will travel, all right, in terms of pips. Now, this is on MT4, all right? Now, I know that we're trying to work out how to put it into TradingView. We're getting onto that stage, all right? But this is why I use MT4, because it gives me this sort of information, all right? 1,878 pips on a normal day. Times that by 3 gives you the amount on a weekly basis. Remember, they move in threes, between 3 to 5 day cycles. 3 is the most common cycle, all right? So they move up 1 ADR, drop, consolidate, move up 2 ADR, drop, consolidate, maybe take another day to achieve that, move up one more time, rise level 3, consolidate into a peak formation, drop. That's your ADR times 3. And that's exactly what Ethereum did yesterday. She achieved her ADR times 3, all right, in one session, and she didn't even complete it. Look, it was right here to the T, right down there. We've got 5,489 pips. Look at the ADR, it's 5,635. So it was within its range. And you're hearing about Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's all going to crash, collapse, drop, the bear market. Man, it's only to induce you to behave irresponsibly and irrationally. All right? Let's be honest now. Everyone's going to follow the herd when it comes to the mullah down on the table. If you're losing money and you're seeing everyone else losing money, what are you going to do? I'm going to hold. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Everyone's going to follow suit. All right? Only when you've sat through these sort of things that you can understand what the real intention is. Okay? It's so important you get this, guys. Understanding when you see these fast moves to the downside, the reason they are fast, because when it's a fast move down, it's going to be a fast move up. They need to regulate the game. This is a quick opportunity for them to buy at the lowest possible price that they can, using news information, all right, as the trigger. Now, if the news didn't come out, they would have slowly dropped price. It would have taken longer for them to get price down to here. And because it would have happened slowly, people would have been accepting a bear market. But the market maker doesn't want that to be known. He has to make them think, gosh, that was quick. Is this the start of the bear market? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, what about if it's cheaper now to buy Ethereum? It's cheaper now to buy Bitcoin. Oh, you know what? I don't know. There is a lot of speculation, a lot of, FUD, as they put it. You guys have to only do one thing. Follow the cycle, follow the pattern. We know that a pattern starts, which effectively determines a new cycle. Level 1 and level 3 are the hardest cycles to determine. That's the nature of this game. Once you grab the level 1, you know you're in a good level 1 when price has formed the pattern and it comes out of the zone. What do we see here? Look at Ethereum. Let's go to Bitcoin. Look at that. Bitcoin coming back to the 50 EMA. We need Bitcoin to come back up, slightly retrace, and then continue back to the upside. They need to form the pattern. At the psychological low, go to the projections channel. You will see that we discussed this, and the stream on the Monday night this week, okay, we spoke about this area could be an area that Bitcoin could see. In other words, you guys are not or should not have been surprised with this drop. Why? Because we did say on the Monday, okay, that Bitcoin may have achieved a level 2 drop into a level 3 peak formation because of how aggressive this move was. But we would only know if that was true if this W formation continued and played back to the upside. She didn't. So we know what? That this breakdown was level 3 to the downside peak formation. All right? Ask yourself, why are they not sending it below here? It's a psychological low. If it was such an aggressive move to the downside and it triggered off the bearish market, I mean, come on. Let's see what Bitcoin did from that session all the way down to this session here, the start of today. 78,910 pips. Yeah? Bitcoin moves 109,120 pips in a weekly cycle. So it was below its normal ADR times 3. Okay? It achieved in that one move what it would achieve in 3 days or 3 cycles. It achieved it within the ADR times 3. That just tells you that the move wasn't truly a drop. It just looked like it was a drop because all the hype around it. Now, you know what? This is my opinion. This is me applying a concept that I've been studying for the past 11 years. I've seen the patterns back to back every single time. All right? I could be wrong. All right? No problem. I'm happy to be wrong. But I'm just trying to help you guys realize from a different perspective, okay, that the BS that is put around and the speculation and all the hype that is created behind price, okay, is what makes people behave irrationally, and which is why a lot of people lose money in this game. Follow the cycle, follow the pattern. I hope that helps.